Well, it's happening tonight. You've got Ash in the booth, and I'm going to hand straight over to Mr. Tay, who is going to start doing a lap of this magnificent track.
A little demo lap coming up. So, quick right left through the first real corners on the track, apart from turn 1, which we didn't navigate during the pit. So we can actually, if you want, we can do this during the flying lap, and you can kind of switch through the grid now if you want.
Yeah, that's fine. That's no problem. So we have 14 racers tonight. Tay, as you've heard, is one of them. Although he isn't.
I'll be one of the D1 drivers, not scoring points, but racing is normal anyway.
Yeah, so just be racing, just for the sake of racing, I suppose. So the next one we've also got a livery thing going on as well. Tay, I know you said this is a livery that nobody's really seen before until tonight.
Well, it's a livery people have seen, but it's perhaps some of the parts unfamiliar. It's just a quick sponsor flip round of my Season 2 Mercedes.
Yeah, and that was that I have to admit that's one of the best liveries I've ever seen on no OFR stream, or tried chasing even. So yeah, that was always a winning livery. Ben's out in the Z4. I can't explain reasons why. It's a horrible car, and it's a very interesting colour, I have to admit. Likala, who is using your livery as well, copycat.
He's using the older version, the actual racing edition.
He's in the version everyone knows and loves, and it is like I said, it is a very, very nice livery all the same. We've got a new racer here. We've got Arcturus, although it's not Arcturus. To me, it's Phil, the Yorkshireman, who talks like Fred Dibner, and also as well, just don't tell him anything about your finances. That's the best advice I'll ever give you about Phil. And also steer clear of him when he's standing still. Next is Stig. Stig is out in his normal OFR livery from D1. He's going to be another one of the drivers who's not going to be classified for points, but is going to be racing at his home track because he's, well, German. Lavsesh has gone very, very brave, and he's using the Audi R8. I don't know what's possessed him to use it, but he's using it.
He's going to have one hell of a qualifying. He's going to have to make the time up in the race.
Yeah, he's going to have fun just trying to control it. It's going to be a lively challenge for him. Smalley's out. He's in the M6 again. Another one of the D1 drivers, not taking any points. Also, it's a nice comeback for Grim as well. Grim is with us tonight for the first time this season. Again in the Z4. Oh well, never mind. We've got Dunk Fuller to everybody, who is in a watermelon. Quite literally. Next one we've got Stig there. So next one is Illicit Power. Liam, he's looking very, very Vimto-y. So that'll be quite juicy to watch him race tonight. Next one is Josu. Normally Formula 1 runner. He started in the Formula 1 D1 on Monday night. I think was he runner-up in F1 D2, I think, last season?
Runner-up, yeah. Second to God Buwatsa, who won the championship in the end.
Yeah, Joe is very, very good racer on Formula 1. He's very, very quick. And he's out in the Porsche tonight, and he's actually done quite a good job of his car. It looks very, very nice, I have to admit. Robot, who is using a rip-off of the Mercedes Formula 1 livery. He's used his imagination there. Mainly he's just nicked one off Discover. And the last one is Jando. And now Jando, this is a curious one. He's in the he's in the Beetle, and he's got his own name on the side there, where I thought he was going to be using Hermes or something to that effect. And the last one, who can forget the Ginger Wonder, Mick, who is in, quite frankly, a glorious livery. And a bit of a throwback to my very first season in OFR, when it was the flying orange Porsche. It's good to see it back, and good to see Garfield there as well. Lucky charm.
Well, if we've got a bit of time now, we can give a quick look at the track. I mean, this is only the second time it's ever been used in OFR, and it's probably one of the more unique tracks in the world. I think somewhere around the region of 70 to 80 corners. I can't remember the exact same number. Look at this. I think it's 13 sections on the track, 12 sections on the track.
Something like that, yeah.
A good few hundred meters of elevation change. One of the narrowest track surfaces allowed in racing. It's gonna be quite a challenging race for everyone here. Not least because tuning is on, so the drivers have been messing around with that all practice. But I think I'm about to start on my flying lap, so
I'm on board with you now.
Fairly short run to the first corner. Look for the pit wall on the right, down to second gear. Use the brakes to sort of rotate the car in. We use a little bit of that curve on the exit, too much, and it'll unsettle the car. With tuning on, we can carry Hanson back completely flat on that right-hand bend. Now coming up to the first real complex of the track, down to fourth, down to third. Bit of oversteer on the entry there. You've got to try and correct that and hit the apex. Down to third, slowing it down to second while the car's bumping around all over the place. It's a really hard deceleration zone, that. Now down into second once again. Try and hit the curb, and once you hear the car bounce, you're going to be gunning it down straight in towards this really technical section at Flugplatz. Small rise, there's a little bridge over there. Hit the sector node. Now, carry this double apex right flat. We can do that with the setups on. You'd usually be doing a little bit of a lift through there. Flat on this entire back section now, until we get to this quick jump and the left-hander. Bit of a break now, time to catch your breath, consolidate the next few corners, carry the flat left, watch the apex curve on the left, start braking as soon as it pops up, go down to second. Try and keep it as close to that entry curve as possible without clipping it. Use a tiny bit of that exit curve as well, past the Yokohama Bridge. We're on a 1:11.6 as of the sector split time. Diving down Foxhole now. Quick straight, flicks up, twice left. This is where I think Toto Wolff had his accident a few years ago. Down to fourth. Careful not to take too much of that curve on the inside. It unsettles the car as it does there. Either way, you're going to unsettle the car. Down to second now for this really quick left-right chicane. Watch out for this right-hand curb. Watch out for the left-hand curb as well. They're both really high and very easy to unstable the car on. Salute the Rebel tree as we go past. On the left, the lone tree in the middle of a field there. Just about flat through that as we carry this second gear left. Watch the throttle now as it's gonna the left hand side of the track's gonna come up very quickly. Back down to second after those two Bilstein signposts there. Carry the third out of the corner for the better traction now. Flicking past this chicane, this is easy flat in these tuned up GT3 cars. Quick dive down to fourth gear and a tap of the brakes, just about make the exit of the corner there. Brave as you like on the brakes, down to second gear for the first apex of this double left. Down to, in fact, stay in second as it provides the better traction on the exit as you try and line up that exit nice and tight. Pass over this bridge overpass now, braking just before that escape road on the right. Down to second if you need that turn in, up to third again. It's a really tricky right-hander. This is the corner that will always catch me out on a lap of the Nordschleife. But watch the exit. It's very easy to unsettle the car on that right-hander. We get another bit of a break now before we head on to perhaps the biggest break on the track, even bigger than the Dottinger Ho. Watch for the Yokohama sign on the right. That's your braking point. Down to second, carry a late apex. Open the right-hand side for the third. Here we get one of the longest breaks on this track. I think it's a little bit bigger than the Dottinger Ho, which is the big back straight just on the final sector. The only reason it doesn't really look that way is because it's not quite straightened out. That's the Yokohama sign on the left. If you could see those, they would actually tell you the corner names. Unfortunately, we're not close enough. Carry this left-hander just about flat on the exit. On a normal Group 3 car, that would not be flat in any circumstance, but we've got these things tuned to the max. Braking on the left-hand side exit curb there. as we go into second gear. And taking quite an early exit there, thanks to the exit of that. Now, Jola Carousel, perhaps the most famous corner on this track, second gear. Try and get the entire car on that light grey, power out as soon as you dare. Try and get a bit of airtime off of the slight undulation. Quick flick left, let's flatten anything. Watch for that right-hand side curb. We're going to be braking on it as soon as we get there. Watch for that. That's completely flat on that second apex. Braking on the right-hand side, braking on the left-hand side curb. Watch the exit there. It's very easy to get on the grass and cook it up. Best section of any racetrack up ahead, in my opinion. Up to fourth. Carry the left. Carry the right. Cut as much of that curb as possible. Watch the right. Watch that left-hand side so it doesn't spin up too much. Watch the left again as the curb comes very quickly up to you. Quick down to the double apex left and third, back down to third for YouTube corner. That's the most famous corner in terms of someone that goes on the internet quite a lot. On the right, carry a lot of that runoff. There's a lot of it that's concrete. Down to second, watch the exit. It's very easy to get caught out on a lot of these corners as the exit comes at you very quickly. It closes in the car if you try and center it up. Watch for the jump now. We're going to be braking as soon as we hit that jump down to fourth gear. Watch for both apexes and then quickly flick it back to open this next quick left flick open. This is all flat down here. Look at the car just undulating up and down. Suspension going absolutely crazy through this final real part of the lap. Look for that yellow flag sign on the right. That means we go down to fifth. That means we go down to third now for this second apex. Carry it quite late and watch for the runoff. There's a lot of it there. Down to mini carousel now. Use a bit more of that inside curb as it's very easy to unsettle the car and get over the right, which will really cost lap time. Down to third now. Not quite hitting that inside curb. It'll really unsettle the car if you hit it too far inward. Now we come on to the Dottinger, one of the biggest straight line sections of any racetrack in the planet. Nice little break now after that complete flat out assault of a lap. Past the Touristenfahrten on the right. I don't think I said that right, but we're going to go with it. Past the Bilstein board at the top there. Come into the final assault of this lap. Curb on the left, watch for it, curb on the right. Start braking down as soon as that curb on the right disappears. Second gear now, watch the curb on the inside. Don't take too much, don't take too little. Balance the car out, and then in the final corner, when that concrete starts, you want to get on the brakes and you want to pull it to the line. And that is a lap of the most assaulting race course in the world.
And I have to admit, watching that on board for the entire lap, the car was just absolutely on a knife edge. It was moving about like nothing on earth. That has to be one of the most enjoyable laps I've ever watched, I have to admit. And Bagpuss has come on, he's just went, really enjoy this lap through on board with yourself. Quite insightful, and you know that the info is going to be good as you all wrap it. That's from Bagpuss. So yeah, that was an enjoyable lap. I'm just going to go to see who else we've got now. So we've got Arcturus. He's one of the first people we're going to see. He is just under the Bilstein Bridge, and he's got Likela following him. In fact, Likela's just passing him. Let's just hope these two don't get in an argument. So let's see now, they're just coming through the final couple of corners. Likela is going to be the first man through, and he's going to set a 6-minute 53, which isn't too bad.
Grim goes quicker.
Grim, look at
6:53.0. It's going to be quite tight for a few of these drivers to get another lap in. Looking at the track map now,
Smalley is the next one. He's just about to come over the start-finish line now. 6:55, 6, 7. It's going to be under 7. That's not a bad lap time.
Self in fourth.
Smalley's gone straight in. He's quite happy with his lot.
I don't think, apart from the cars that have just crossed the line, we're not going to see any more lap times. I think the cars behind are far too far behind. They've only just crossed the Bilstein Bridge.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben's now just heading through the final little section. He's not going to get a lap in.
If it's alright with you, I'm going to quick toilet break after that.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to stay in the chat for the race, then no problem.
Yeah, no worries. I'll give you some race info maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll not. You want to put yourself on mute or anything, then go right ahead.
Oh no, I think it'll be quite nice to have like a little race relay of just how tyres are getting on, how fuel are getting on. I'll be back in a minute.
So that's now qualifying finished for quite a few people. Dunk Dunk goes ninth fastest, 7:19. Hazy goes 10 7 minutes 21. Joe 7 minutes 21 as well. Is that Joe? No. Sorry, Illicit Power 7 minutes 21. Joe 7 minutes 34. Mick is where is Mick? He's just heading up onto the final back straight now. Let's see, 6:45. This might be his quickest lap so far. And he's doing an alright job of it. So let's see now, he's on the Dottinger hole. I think I've pronounced that right. I probably haven't, but never mind. So where is he? You can just hear the howl of the Porsche as he does that. That is just, it's one of the best sounds you'll hear, is the howl of the Porsche engine at full chat. So Mick now, where is he? He's coming into the final chicane now. Let's see what he does. So quite a few people actually backing out of the laps.
I think most of the people backing out either because they're not improving or they've not really got much else to show. I'll have a look now. I'm now
Mick does
spectating on board.
7 minutes 42. I think everyone's backed out, to be honest with you. Yeah, everyone has backed out.
Just saying, I've just seen that Joseph GC livery. Does it look a bit like Toyota's Gazoo Racing liveries to you, or is that just me?
It might. I don't know. I get what you mean. I actually do get what you mean.
It does look very nice.
It's one of his own creations. He is a very, very creative sort of chap, and he's. I think the nice touch of his name on the side of the car as well just looks classy.
I'd just like to point out something.
Go right ahead.
Despite this being a 6-7 minute lap, we've got Smalley and Stig separated by less than a tenth.
Let's have a look. You're not wrong. My goodness, that is
incredible after such a long lap. Like, if you look at the gaps in the rest of the field, we're seeing 7 tenths smallest. We've got 4.4 seconds between Leaker and Smalley. We've got 3.3 between Robot and Stig. 1.4 between Robot and Ben. Sorry.
7 tenths between Grim and Leaker.
Oh no, it's Phil, isn't it? Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I was getting confused between my Yorkshire Bens and my Yorkshire Phils.
Of course, Mr. Robbo, of course, who is still racing in F1 D2, I think, and I believe might have won his particular race on Monday as well, which is very good for him, finally getting his first OFR win on the board. But of course that was hidden under all the other D1 racers getting their warm-ups in for Interlagos. This is going to be quite a long wait as well, because it's a long lap. Normally the wait time's about 3 minutes, but obviously with it being a longer lap, I think it's more or less double.
Oh, we've got Stig off actually. Stig's back out of the pits, interestingly.
That's just because, I don't know. Why is he still going? What's the point? Qualifying's over. This is. I don't know what to expect out of this race. I must be very, very honest.
It's either going to be quite spaced out, quite a modest affair, or it's going to be, well, pandemonium.
And I'm just a little bit. I am a little bit apprehensive because of, as you said, the first corner. That's why there's also tonight Oh, but Smalley says, "Tay, get back in chat, you melt."
I suppose I should, shouldn't I? I've served my
You,
purpose.
you go ahead. You go ahead, and I'll just go and do the race. Best of luck,
Okay.
and
Thank you for having me, and I'll see you in a bit.
see you in a bit. See you in a bit. So, and I've already mentioned it earlier on the stream, Fuller, about your watermelon of a car. It does look pretty good. I have already praised it. It does look a very, very nice delivery, Fuller. And just as I say that, his head will be expanding more and more by the second. Him becoming a big head. Which is impressive considering he's a midget. Yes, the watermelon car, Rex. The watermelon car by a complete and utter melon. Quite a variance in liveries actually. We've got Liam's Vimto car. We've got Nick's orange car. We've got Tay's recognisable livery straight off. Grim, who hasn't done a bad job of his livery at all. Just unfortunate it's on the car it is, but it's not a bad livery. Nicola in the livery that we all know and remember from season 2. Stig, if he feels like he hasn't done enough laps being at home, just doing a few more laps ready for the race to start and getting the slide on. Good. So we're almost ready for a start now, so it's another 20 odd seconds and then we'll be off and running. What should be a very, very chaotic race. 6 laps round the Nordschleife. So there we have it, there's your starting grid. So here we go, we've got a rolling start, remember. So we've got Tay Grim up there in second place doing a magnificent job. It's nice to see my old friend, my old teammate there as well, of course, up there at the front. So the plan is, let's get through the first corner safely. There we go, we're off and racing. Tay makes himself a half decent start and Grim there is off and away in second place. There's Liekler, he's in third spot. And now we're going to have some action here. We've got Smalley and Stig going side by side going into the first corner. And manages to hold on. Robot up there in 6th. Phil the Taxman in 7th. Then we've got Laughsesh, Jando up in 9th. There's Fuller in 10th. And then we've got Ben and Illicit Power battling for 11th place. And then we've got Joe, and then there's Mick at the back. Now heading through. Tight little section here. Great, I can't view on board, so just correct that. So very, very quickly, Grimm's on second place. He's made himself a half decent start. Nikola is struggling to hold on to him just now. As now Stig and Smalley battling for fourth place, and he thought better of it that Stig backed out of it quite rightly as well, as there's Smalley there using a bit of traction control as well. There's Robot up in 6th spot. He's had himself a decent start. He's lost it. He's off. He's off, and it's allowed Phil up into 6th place. No, he just lost the car on the little bump there. He's lost himself 3 places. He's down to 9th. Lavsash there in the Audi up in the 7th spot. There's the Watermelon in 8th. The Watermelon being driven by a melon. There he goes. We're going to see plenty of offs, I feel. I feel we might have had another one. Smalley's definitely had an off. And now we've got the battle for second. We've got Grimm versus Nikola. These two actually, they've driven away from the rest. Grimm doing a very decent job here. Grimm right now is very comfortably the Division 2 leader. There, he's got quite a gap up to Phil there down in 6th, who's with his old mate Smalley. And anyone who knows these two knows the banter tends to fly. Smalley sliding and holding on to the car. Very nicely done. Well done there. Well done, Biggie Smalls. Full a decent first lap. He's crept his way up to 7th quite quietly. Robot now up to 8th. They've got now Illicit Power in 9th. There's Ben. He's up to 10th. Jando's down to 11th, so I feel like we've got Lavsesh who's had an incident. The howl of the Audi R8. Then the howl of the Porsche. And there is Mick. So Tay now, he's got quite an impressive lead now of nearly 15 seconds on the first lap. Where is he? Is he at the carousel? No, he's already passed it. Now we've got Grimm and Nikola battling for second spot. Nikola! I thought he was going to go off there. I really thought he was going to go off there, and I thought he was going to go off there as well. He's hanging on for dear life. Oh, Grimm's off. Grimm's off, and that allows Nika up into second place. But like I've said, Grimm is at the head of his own division right now. He's the head of the Division 2 pack. And doing quite a nice job here. So now we've got a battle for fourth between Smalley and Mr. Tax Benefit Man. So let's just watch this unfold. Both are in the same car. Depends how they set the car up. Phil is Trying to menace the back of Smalley. In fact, Smalley's just let him through. Okay. Now that's Philip into fourth place. He's in second place in the Division 2 race, and he's doing a good job so far. It takes a lot for me to praise Phil, by the way, so now I feel utterly dirty for it. Fuller's up to 6th here, and he's doing a very, very good job here. Again, someone I don't really like praising because he gets big-headed. But there he is. He's up in the 6th place, and now he's got Ben and Illicit Power for company. So let's see what happens now. Is Ben going to run out of slipstream? It's the only problem with that Beetle that it does lack. It's got an inherent lack of straight line speed. There we go, that's the end of lap 1. 5 more laps to go, except 5 more laps is a very, very long time. Phil's on and off, he's back down to 5th. Smalley's now back heading into 4th place. Grimm's still there in 3rd, he's doing a brilliant job here. Is Grimothy Dalton. Just watching the car get light there over the crest of the hill. He's still stalking the back of Likala here. He's not allowed Likala to get away here. Smalley 4th, there's Taxman in 5th. Now we've got Ben and Fuller at play. Illicit Power still, he's in 8th, he's still doing a good job. Robot in 9th had a wild ride up to now. And he has behind him Mr. Stig. Who's had an off? Oh no, Illicit's off. He's managed to get back on, so good job. Laugh Sesh now has Jando. Millie might as well win the bellow of the Audi. There's Josie, who is a little bit redundant right now, but he's could come back into play a little bit later on. There's Mick. He's still circulating. Just about. As say now, he's got a nearly half a minute lead on Likala. And Grimm's still there in 3rd, and he's pulled away. Phil's now up to 4th. I think Smalley's had an off somewhere. Smalley getting the tail, very, very happy on that Beamer. Of course, the Beamer is what I nickname Chosen Child, because it is one of my favourite personal cars in the game. As he's gone, there goes Smalley off rallying. Turned it into a BMW rally car. I don't think there's ever been a rally version of the Beamer. Now going back up to 2nd place. Graham is having the look all over the back of Likala here. Let's just stay with Grim for the time being. Let's just watch how he goes about getting the slide on. Getting a typical Grim slide. As it goes into the carousels. Got a very, very nice line through there. As way keeps a hold of it. Nice job, Grim. And still he hangs on to the back of Likala, not allowing him to get away. It's a very impressive drive. Phil up in 4th place, again also having an impressive drive. There's Smalley, he's got Ben not a million miles away from in 6th spot. Fuller in the watermelon. In 7th, he's still doing a half decent job. Robot's had a possible off somewhere, but there he is. He's in 8th spot in the most imaginative livery I've ever seen. There's Steg. He's had a little bit of a wild moment, but he's back on. His tyres look like they're almost finished already. There's Liam in 10th. He's still looking after his tyres. They're still alive. Jando in 11th, spaced out with Lavsesh. Joe, who I believe might have pitted for the hard tyres already. Interesting. And there's Mick. Still driving. So here comes Tay for the start of lap 3. Look at this. Look at the car control there from Tay. So now, going back to the battle for second. I don't think Grim's got enough headroom on his... because he's topping out there, and Likala still got quite comfortable straight line speed advantage there, should he need it. Now going through the final corner. Get the possible feeling Grim might be a bit quicker here than Likala. But again, he hasn't got the headwind, he hasn't got the straight line poke of the Merc. As okay, so Phil's in. It's a very interesting stop. Oh, he's got lots of damage. Possibly didn't need a pit so soon. What's he doing? He's getting rid of his penalty. Quite clever. Now that allows him just to get back going again. Smalley slipped backwards. He's now behind Robot and Fuller and the Water Beetle. Ben's up to 4th here, and he's doing a very, very good job. And then you've got Grim there. He's still hanging on to the back of Likala. Yeah, and making a very, very nice job. There goes Grim. He's still hanging on there in third spot. Got a bit of an advantage now over Ben in fourth. Fuller there up to fifth. Getting the Beetle very, very happy there. Here comes Robot. He's off. He's off. Oh, he just about avoids any incidents there. But now he's trying to hold off Smalley and Illicit Power here. Smalley's round the outside. Barely enough room to make two cars work, but Smalley made it work. And again, he goes off. And there we go. Illicit Power's round Robot as well. So that's a move done for 8th place overall. Smalley there having another little incident. Now Illicit Power's up to 7th. Oh, Fuller's gone. Fuller's round. So now again we're going back to the battle for second. Here between Grim. Look at this. Sliding the car quite rapidly there. Look at this. Yes, he's holding on to it. Grim there showing supreme car control. And you wouldn't think that he's on pad from watching him, would you? But he's still hanging on there. Hanging on in there, and he's still got over half a minute over to back to Ben, so now we've got a taker in the pit, so we've got Tane from the lead. He's going to comfortably come back out into the lead. There's now Nicola and Grim heading down the long back straight. Ben now has Phil for company. Trying hard not to talk about any tax, and he's off. He's off. Oh. Phil did very, very well to avoid that. Nicely done. So there goes Leclerc. Grim's in. Phil is just heading out on the long back straight now. Ben is just about recovering the situation. And he's back on. Illicit Power now up to 6th. Fuller's now up to 7th. I'm hoping he gets to the pit lane there. He's got the flashy red light of doom. There's Doc Robot. Also displaying great car control. There's Smalley, just about struggling with dead rear tyres. Look at that. Look at that for... Those rear tyres, I believe, are what you would call knackered. There's Stiggy's out on fresh tyres. There's the Audi. There's another Beetle. There's another Beetle. Kinda. Joey's just doing a very, very steady job. He's still learning the game as he goes, so there's no real pressure on him. He can just go out and enjoy it, and so far he's doing a respectable job. Doing a very respectable job. There's Mick. There's his rear tyre shot to bits. Oh, he's off. Can he get back on? Yes, he can. No problem, off he goes again. So Tay now out in front, he's got a minute back to Likala. And Tane's got only 1.3 seconds back to Grim. Phil in fourth, Phil will need to stop again. But having said that, he will come out comfortably in fourth, I feel. Liam up to fifth, doing a very, very good job here. As Liam, can he recover it? Yes, he can. Good job. Ben now, he's recovered the track. He's in sixth. Here comes Fuller. He's seventh. There's Robot using something other than a track. There's Stiggy. He's on the mediums. Okay. There's Smalley. There's Jando, and he's got Love Session not a million miles away from. There's Joe again. He's getting quicker. He is doing a very, very respectable job. Keeping it within the white lines. He's building confidence up, and you have to say, he is doing a very, very good job. You have to say that. So now, now we've had a change for second place. Graham is now ahead of Likala. So I half suspect Likala has had an incident somewhere. But now that's Graham up in second. He is having a fine, fine race. He is proven. No, he holds on to it. Good job there from Grim. I thought he was going to lose the car there, but he holds on to it. Lee Killer getting very tail happy as well. Oh, he's off. He's off. And hello to you too as well, Pingu. Congrats on your D1 win the other day, by the way, Pingu. So now Likala has dropped back from Grim. It's now 7.5 seconds. Grim is doing a very, very good job here. And look at that, he's making the car slide and he's holding on to it. He is proven to have very, very good car control here. Likala, he's... The only way he's going to make anything up is in straight line speed. Which... now he's just got to have a bit more of. Yeah, he's got a bit more. Straight line speed, but he doesn't have... So he's got about 6 or 7 mph on in a straight line compared to Grim. So this is going to be the battle to keep an eye on. Now then, here comes Phil. Has he missed the pit lane? No, he hasn't. He's just about held on. And he's going to be in now. So next is going to be Illicit Power. Heading onto the back straight. Ben is just about holding on to him. Here comes Robot in 7th. Just about holding on again. Smalley in 8th. He's doing exactly the same. There's Fuller in 9th spot. The Watermelon. Here comes the Stig. He's dropped back a little bit here. And I believe he will have to do a second stop. Jando there in an 11th. Love Sesh. Then there's... again there's Joe. He's going quicker again this lap. Doing a very, very respectable job. And there's Mick, who I suspect has already been lapped. Yes, he has. Jando's in as well. So now then, back to the ongoing battle for second place. Grim he's going slightly quicker through the corners, which is helping him. He's battle with Likala, there he is. And the throwback season 1 livery, sorry, season 2 livery. My apologies. Phil, he's been at the pit lane the second time, but he's up to 4th. He's comfortably 4th as well. Doing a half decent job on his OFR debut as well. He's 2nd in Division 2 so far. Next is Illicit Power. Again, he's doing a very, very good job of staying on the road here. He's now up to, well, 3rd in Division 2 now. There's Ben up to 6th. Mick span out. I think you mean spun out, Matty. 22 times and counting. There's a robot in 7th. Smalley has Fuller not a million miles away for the soon to be battle for 8th, quite possibly. As Smalley is sliding the car out there. And now has Fuller coming up on him. Let's go on board with Mr. Fuller. Oh, no. Fuller, no Fuller. 25. So it's gone up 3 times in the space of what? A minute? There's Sticky in 10th spot. Lavsesh there still doing decent job. He's got Jando not far behind him. And Joe, is he holding on? Yes, he is. Good job. And then there's Mick, who is busy building a few sandcastles. Probably. There's Tace, and now we've got Grim in 2nd, holding on through the mini carousel. Mick is staying out the way for lap traffic. Nice job. He's going to stay out the way of Likala as well. Nicely done. And as Tay did indicate, this is only the 2nd time OFR have actually raced on the Nordschleife. We did it in the first season of the Enduro League, where I discovered I had a liking for pit lane entries. Not. As now we're just about to start to head onto the final lap. Tay's already started. And Grim's just about to start. He's got a comfortable enough cushion over Likala here. He should be able to be comfortable. 6:51.2. It's only 7/10 quicker. Likala needs to gain more this final lap. Let's hope Grim holds on, because it would be a tremendous result for him. It really would. And I would like to see him get that result as well. He properly deserves it. He's a very likeable chap, and he's a very, very good racer. And now Likala has had an incident somewhere, because he's now dropped back a little bit more, so that I would say we're looking for no more mistakes from Grim. Let's hope it stays like that to the end. Phil there is up to 4th. There he goes. And he's about to start his final lap. Again, he's had a decent race. Oh, hello, we've now got a battle for 5th. Illicit Power, Robot, and Ben. This is looking like a very busy little get-together. What's Phil doing? What's he pitting for? He had no need to pit. What's he doing? What's the idiot doing? He's going to cost himself 3 places here at this rate. Unless he forgot to refuel. There he goes. He's just about out ahead. Thankfully, you must... No, Phil! Oh dear me, I thought that ghost was going to switch off at the wrong time. Oh, Phil. Phyllis Taximus. What have you done? What have you done? Nope, and Smalley's off. Smalley's off. He's our sight incident. That now allows Fuller ahead. Stig is in the pit lane. Strange. Here comes the bellow of the Audi. Jando, Josu, and Holy Tay still dominant out front. Grim has now got a more than comfortable enough gap over Likala. Just needs to see this through. And what would be a fine 2nd place from in the race outright, but first in Division 2, because of course Tay is not scoring any championship points. Robot now is 4th, and he's got a little bit of a gap back to Illicit Power. In 5th spot, there's Ben. He's in 6th, still doing he's done a very decent job all day, to be fair. There's Phil at the 7th, holding on to the car. Just about. Nice job. Should catch Ben here quite quickly. But of course it's going to be easier to not to try just to hold back more than anything. Fuller in 8th. Smalley's back in 9th, so he's got quite a comfortable gap now back to the Stig. In 10th there's Lavsesh. So now on to the final straight for the last time comes Racer Tay. And he has just controlled this race. And he has proved that he is just simply one of the quicker guys in OFR once again. Hopefully we might see him back in Division 1 soon. He's just trying to get the enjoyment for racing back as he now heads through the final little section, and now he heads round for the checkered flag. Well done, Mr. Tay. No, Nikola's off. But again, like I said, he's got a minute and a half back to fourth place. So next across the line will be Grim. It's not going to allow people to finish here. It's going to be quite unfortunate, but never mind. So here comes Grim now. He's on the final approach. Just heading towards the mini carousel now, and he'll be across the line. He's been consistent all day. and has kept mistakes down to an absolute minimum. He's going to be thoroughly deserving of second place. Nicola is just way too far back. He's just coming back. He's just on the start of the long back straight there now. But just waiting for Grim now. He's just about to head across the start finish line. Here he comes for a fine second place. Great job, Grim. Well done. Well deserved, pal. Next across the line will be the Angry Finn. There's Nicola. Just about hanging on, and he's he's having another spin. As he now heads across the line. Third spot, good job. And I get the feeling that they're not going to cross the line, but as it stands at the minute, Robot's going to be fourth, Phil's going to be fifth. This is going to be slightly unfortunate for anyone else that's in a race right now. His time is just about to run out. Oh no, just run out of time. Oh no, just run out of time. But there we have it. Well done to Tay. I would ordinarily say that Tay would be driver of the day at this point. But I'm not going to say that today. Today, driver of the day is Grim, without a shadow of doubt. So well done to Grim for a very fine drive. And on that note, this is where we'll end the stream. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back over the weekend with some more GTS action on Sunday. So thank you very much and goodbye.